Hi, Ryan, and welcome to the Cognitive Recalibration Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Sravan. We've got Tarun here with us.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Been,
How are you?
Yeah, I'm not bad. Remy's here with us. You probably can't see him on that angle, but he's just relaxing.
Yeah.
He's falling asleep. So today we're going to be talking about we're going to talk about Mickey 17, so we'll talk about that first. But I watched a couple of other films during the week, so I can cover those later.
You watched two films, one that is good and one that I think is trash, but you're going to say is all right.
Well, we'll start with Mickey 17. It's been a little while since it's been out, so a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
3 weeks? Yeah. At the time of recording.
It's coming out to streaming like next week.
Oh, on which platform?
Like the
premium.
the one where you can rent it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like pay to watch it. Yeah. So it's probably like a month after it came out. Less than a month.
Less than a month.
It's directed by Bong Joon Ho of Parasite fame.
So I haven't seen Parasite before. I probably should watch it, but I have seen Snowpiercer.
Yes. So he previously also directed Snowpiercer before Parasite.
I haven't seen Okja either.
But he's done quite a few films. But this one is in English, obviously. It's starring Robert Pattinson, along with a whole bunch of other people. So Mark Ruffalo, Toni Collette, Naomi Ackie of Rise of Skywalker fame.
Yeah, her best movie. What's that guy's name? Stephen Ewan?
Oh, yeah, Stephen Ewan. Yeah, he's in this. So, yeah, pretty big cast, but it all centers around Robert Pattinson, who plays a guy called Mickey. So this is not a Disney movie, and there aren't 16 movies before this either, in case you're wondering.
Shit.
It was made on a budget of about 120 million, which is pretty high. I mean, it's not a small budget. And box office-wise, it's done about 94 million worldwide at the time of recording. So it's not great. So I think the budget, because Bong Joon Ho won the Academy Award for Parasite, I think they just
they gave him whatever.
They just take this money, make whatever. So I think the movie itself is it could have probably been made at a lower budget.
There's nothing about it that requires the extravagant budget that it has. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Would most of it just be actors?
Apparently it was shot 2-3 years ago. So it's shot a little while back. So it's set in the future, and it's set mostly in space, or on this planet, this other planet. So it's a sci-fi. What would you say the genre of this film is? Sci-fi,
comedy,
dark comedy,
sci-fi dark comedy.
So it's about a guy that he's basically expendable. So every time he dies, they make a new clone.
Not like
Sylvester Stallone.
Not like Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. Every time he dies, they make a clone of him, and he comes back, and they use him for experimenting
17
on stuff.
times.
So yes, so that's where 17 comes from. Basically, every time he dies, they make a clone of him, but they think he died, and they make a clone, but he didn't actually die. So there's two of them now. So that's what the main plot revolves around. But there's political commentary, and there's other stuff happening as well. So
I guess Mark Ruffalo plays Trump.
I think so.
I guess so. Or Trump/Elon Musk.
What did you think of the film?
I thought it was all right. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bit long at parts. Probably the length was my biggest.
It was a bit over 2 hours.
Bit over 2 hours, but it does drag at certain aspects.
Yeah.
Overall, though, great performances. Robert Pattinson's really good. I thought it was funny at parts as well, a bit weird humor. Some people may not like that, but overall, I thought it was a very serviceable movie. I didn't think it was amazing or rave about it, but I thought it was pretty decent.
I thought it was pretty good as well, but it's not for everyone. I think it is a dark comedy, so it's not I don't think everyone's going to find it funny. And I think the story and the plot itself is probably not for everyone.
It's actually based off a book called Mickey 7.
Yeah.
Mickey 7.
Yeah. So they added 10 more.
They added 10 more.
But I thought Robert Pattinson was really good.
Yeah, he's probably the standout. He plays the two roles.
Yeah.
People don't like Mark Ruffalo in this movie.
I thought
It's a different performance.
Yeah. I thought it was a little bit probably too on the nose.
It's very over the top. I think a lot of the movie is pretty on the nose in terms of its like political commentary. It's not trying to like be subtle with it.
No.
Yeah.
And this was made before the current president of the United States was in office. So
yeah,
it was made like 3 years ago. So
it did feel like, hey, this is Trump.
Yeah.
It's like wearing like a red tie and stuff as well. Like it's very much.
And he had like the teeth, and there was like certain things that he was doing that was kind of pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Like that side of the story, I didn't really enjoy it as much, but I did like the sci-fi elements of him being cloned and like the duplicates, and that stuff was pretty good. Yeah. There's also like this other plot with like the aliens on the planet as well.
Yeah, I guess that's the main plot, kind of, isn't it? Yeah.
I guess is it the main plot? I don't know. Like at the end it becomes the main plot, but I don't know.
For most of the movie it isn't. Yeah. But then it becomes the main plot. I think that's probably a fault of the movie is there's no plot until a certain point, and then it becomes very like, oh, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
And then once you know what's happening, it's like, oh yeah, this is good, and you kind of go along with it. But for a certain like the middle section of the movie, it just kind of meanders a little bit.
But I thought it's worth watching. I guess if you liked Snowpiercer,
it's not as good as Snowpiercer. Definitely not.
It is still like a dystopian world kind of thing. Like
yeah.
I think Snowpiercer is probably better, the movie. And yeah, so it probably doesn't live up to his previous works, but I think it's still decent and worth watching.
I would say if it came out in streaming, people would have loved it, but because it's in the theaters, people have a higher bar, so they probably are expecting a little bit more. And since it's his first movie after
Parasite,
yeah, because it's his first movie after Parasite, I guess people expected big things.
Yeah, I think so. I think the expectations were quite high, and given the budget and the cast and everything, I think people were expecting something like
amazing.
Yeah,
which it's probably not amazing.
It's probably not good. Amazing.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad.
Yeah,
it's probably better than that other movie you saw yesterday.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's better than the other two movies I watched this week, but it's still it's good. I think it's good, and if you like this kind of sci-fi dark comedy type, if that's your thing, then you'll probably enjoy it. Anything else on Parasite? Not Parasite.
Parasite.
Yeah, let's review Parasite.
Yeah,
the movie that you haven't seen.
Maybe I should watch Parasite. People say it's very good. So yeah, that's it. That's Mickey 17.
Mickey 17. So what I watched last night. Let's talk about that. So I watched Snow White last night.
Yeah.
The new Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, 2025.
Yeah.
Starring Rachel Zegler.
And Gal Gadot, who everyone hates now.
Do they?
Yeah, people hate her. She's from Israel.
Yeah.
And she used to be part of the Israel
army.
Military, yeah.
Anyway, I'll talk
she's
about...
bad at acting as well, apparently.
So, a bit about the budget. So the budget is quite huge for this movie, just like it is for most of these live-action Disney remakes. So it's about 240 to 270 million. It's been in production for like years. Feels like 4 years.
Yeah, this got announced really long time ago, didn't it?
It was a long time
because
ago.
they've basically stopped making these as well now. So this is like the last one.
Yeah,
pretty
they're
much.
still doing Lilo and Stitch after this.
But like Lilo and Stitch is a new Disney property. All the ones they've done up till now have been like old stuff.
Yeah. I think Lilo and Stitch is probably the newest one.
Lilo and Stitch is the only one in the 2000s, isn't it? Because everything else has been pre-2000s.
Probably still too early to talk about box office. It only just came out 2 days ago. So we'll see how it goes. But the reviews haven't been overly positive.
I haven't seen a good review for this yet from anyone, even from the people that are generally pretty nice about stuff.
Yeah. What did I think of the movie? I thought it was average. It's not terrible. I think people are probably exaggerating.
Overhating it?
Yeah, it's not that bad. I think it's about as good as some of the other live action movies, like Aladdin. It's probably about as good as that.
Aladdin's pretty good.
Yeah, so it's probably about as good as that. So it's not that bad. They did so Snow White, the original Snow White, came out in 1937. It's the first animated film from Disney. They do change up some things in this movie. So Snow White, the character is not really like the Snow White from the first one. Also, the first movie is there's not that much story at all.
There's no depth to that movie, which is the thing I find about these live action remakes is the old movies don't have that much depth, and they maybe go for like an hour. How long's the old Snow White?
It's like an hour and 10 minutes or something.
Hour and 10 minutes.
Like
but
hour and 20
how
minutes.
long is this? Like 2 hours, 20 minutes?
It's just below 2 hours. I think it's like an hour and 45.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
So they always feel very
padded out.
Yeah. They have to add stuff in, which doesn't always make
work.
It doesn't always add to the story.
So in this, they obviously add stuff. They add new songs. They add new characters. They make existing characters kind of different to before. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. So I thought Rachel Zegler was quite good, actually. So it is a musical. It's the music is from the guys who did The Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
So it's got that kind of vibe, the Greatest Showman songs kind of vibe to some of the songs. And obviously they redo some of the old songs as well. So they're in the movie. But Rachel Zegler does a good job. She knows how to sing well. And she acts well as well. So I thought she was pretty good. Gal Gadot, on the other hand, so this was the first movie after I watched it, I'm like, wait, is she a good actor?
I don't think she's ever been a good actor.
In this movie, she was noticeably not very good.
Yeah, I think in the movie she's in, the level of acting around everyone else, or the level that's required for acting, is not very high.
So she's
not really in like dialogue-heavy movies.
Yeah,
she's in like action movies where she just has to do action.
What movies has she been? So
she's been in the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah, which you don't need a high bar of acting for that. So
she's been in the Wonder Woman movies,
and I think that she kind of passed in that because I guess
it's once again action heavy. You don't really need to. She doesn't have that much dialogue in those movies. Like she does, but it's not. I wouldn't say she would have more dialogue in this than she would have had in that. Yeah.
And she sings in this as well, which was not good.
She's getting a lot of hate for it. I hear she's like noticeably bad in it. So yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's like the way they wanted her to do the character. Like she is over the top, but I don't know, it just felt a bit out of place with the rest of the movie. The rest of the cast is pretty good though. So that the dwarves, which I should talk about, they're CGI. They live in the uncanny valley essentially. So they're like this weird, like kind of realistic, but not CGI. So it's a bit weird.
Yeah, I think it was Peter Dinklage or someone was like, the portrayal of dwarves in this movie is like offensive. I think it was Peter Dinklage. Yeah, but this was before the movie came out. Maybe like
the dwarves in the movie are like what they are in the
original. Yeah,
pretty much. Like they add a bit of character to one of them. Remember Dopey from the original one?
Yeah.
He's Dopey. And he's like kind of innocent. He's like the youngest one. They add a bit of depth to his character, which was a little bit like
unnecessary.
Definitely. Like, so he doesn't talk in the first one.
Yeah.
In this, they kind of make him like a sympathetic character for some reason. Like they like kind of try to explain why he doesn't talk, and then like they make him talk at the end. So it's like it's a bit unnecessary. Yeah. And I also thought he sounded like Josh Gad, but it wasn't Josh Gad.
Okay.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought there's a narration that's happening throughout the movie.
Oh, and it's at the end.
And it's Dopey, and I'm like, oh, this is Josh Gad, right? I'm like, it sounds like Josh Gad, but it wasn't Josh Gad.
Just some other guy.
Yeah. So there was like stuff like that where I'm like, oh, it's a bit unnecessary. But overall, it's like if we went in a theater, it was like 50% kids and like their parents.
Maybe
and
kids would like it.
They seem to have a good enough time. Like there was a part where Snow White, like she eats the apple and like some kids are like, "Oh no, she ate the apple!" Like there was like a gasp, and then there's a part where like after she eats the apple, the prince is not a prince in this one. He's like a bandit or something. He has to kiss her, and then one of the kids is like, "See, I told you."
What did she tell him?
No idea. But she's like, "Yeah, see, I told." So I can see the kids and parents having a good time.
Yeah.
Like there's like worse things you could take your kids to. Like I think there's enough beats in there that the kids will have a good time. The parents will not be completely bored out of their mind. So it's fine. So I think all the hate it's getting is probably not really justified, but it's also not amazing. Like it's just whatever.
It's what it is.
So that's Snow White. I went to the Australian premiere of Novocaine. It's already out in America.
It is. Yeah.
So I can tell you a bit about it. I enjoyed this movie.
I still don't know what it is. All I know, it's got the guy from The Boys in it.
So it's got Jack Quaid, son of Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid, yeah.
It's got
from The Boys.
Ray Nicholson, son of Jack Nicholson.
Oh, is that? I don't know who that is, but Jack Nicholson's son acts.
He came on the screen. I'm like, I've seen this guy in something before.
Yeah.
So remember that movie I reviewed for our Christmas episode?
Oh, okay. He's in those kind of movies.
So yeah. So remember the guy who steals the ring?
Yeah.
He's him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why is he? It's Jack Nicholson's son.
He's Jack Nicholson's son.
Why would he be doing those kind of movies?
But he's in this one as the villain. It's also got Amber Mid Thunder, who was in Prey.
Oh, she's in Prey, isn't she? Yeah.
It's directed by Dan Burke and Robert Olsen, known for Villains 2019 and Body 2015. Two films I haven't heard of before or seen. Budget is about 18 million, so small, much smaller than the other ones. And box office wise, again, still pretty early to talk about, but it's been out for about a week or so in America. So the synopsis is this guy. So Jack Quaid is this guy that has this genetic disorder where he can't feel pain. And he puts in all these like precautions throughout his life because he could die without knowing because he can't feel pain. So he could get stabbed and like bleed to death, but he might not know. And he also only like drinks smoothies because he might bite his tongue off if he eats.
Oh, yeah.
And like he won't know. So he's a guy like he works in like a smaller bank. And the story sort of revolves around him. But then he falls in love with Amber Midthunder's character, who works in the bank as well. And then one day the bank gets robbed and they kidnap Amber Midthunder. And then the story is basically, it goes from like kind of like a romantic comedy type. For the first 20 minutes, kind of like a romantic comedy about this guy who can't feel pain, to an action movie where he's basically trying to go after the kidnappers. And they kind of play on the fact that he can't feel pain. So he gets into all these fights and he can do stuff that you wouldn't normally do because he can't feel pain. So they play on that pretty well. So like there's a lot of the parts in the movie, there was like squirms, like there's obvious parts when the audience all like gasped or squirmed because like he'd do stuff that would be quite painful normally. So it's an interesting plot, and they do create a lot of sort of creative action sequences around that. I think it's worth, if you like action movies, so I would put it in the category of like, I haven't seen Nobody, but everyone's comparing it to Nobody. So something like that. Yeah.
Like a comedy action movie that's violent.
Yeah. And it's like the protagonist is not someone you'd expect to normally do action.
Yeah.
And Jacob, what's that guy's name? Jacob Batalon?
From Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. He's in this as well.
Oh, yeah.
He's like comedic relief in this.
Yeah.
Well, it's like all of it's pretty fun.
Hasn't he lost a lot of weight?
Not really. Not in this movie.
Okay. I saw a picture of him. He lost a lot of weight. So he just looked the same?
Yeah. He looked like what he did in like the third Spider-Man movie. Yeah. So I think it's pretty good. I think it's worth watching. It's also not for everyone because it's quite violent. So yeah, if you like sort of violent action, then you'll probably enjoy it. There's a good twist as well. towards the end of the middle of the movie. There's some good twists. It goes you think it's going to go a certain way, but it kind of shifts another
Diverts.
way. Yeah. The movie also, you think the movie's done, but then there's another 20 minutes after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it feel too long?
Yeah, I think that end 20 minutes felt a bit too long.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, it's pretty well paced. It's not a long movie, less than 2 hours, but yeah. I guess based on that plot, you wouldn't want to make a 3-hour movie.
No.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
There's not many movies that require a 3-hour runtime.
All right. I actually want to talk about one more movie, which I watched 2 weeks ago now. Ne Zha 2.
Oh, yeah. Yep. The highest grossing animated movie of all time.
Yes. It's a Chinese film in Mandarin. So apparently, box office, it's done over 2 billion, making it the highest grossing animated film of all time and also the highest grossing non-English film, obviously, of all time. So it's sitting at the 5th highest, and I think it's going to cross Infinity War soon and Force Awakens soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then all that's left is Avatar,
Titanic,
and Endgame. Endgame's 2, Avatar's 1.
Yeah.
Titanic's 3.
Is Titanic still 3? I'm thinking now. It did make over 2. Right?
Or was Avatar 2 in there?
Avatar 2 also made 2 billion, didn't it?
Yeah.
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 They're all in there somewhere.
Yeah. There's 3 James Cameron movies in there, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's done extremely well. Mostly, all that money is mostly from China. So
people are just watching it.
1.8 of it or 1.9 of it is from China. I don't think it even released widely in the US. So a lot of people that wanted to watch it in the US had to drive to another state and stuff to watch it. So it's not really widely available at the moment anyway. It was here though. So it was showing everywhere in the best screens as well. So it was in VMAX extreme screen. It was in 3D.
And lots of people?
Lots. Yeah, it was 70% full in the theater we went to. We were the only non-Chinese people in the cinema. But so I did review Ne Zha 1.
You did? I saw a poster for it. It's got a little Chinese girl. Is it a girl?
He's a boy.
He's a boy.
Yeah, so it's about a demon child that gets placed on Earth and is adopted by human parents. And I think the first one is more just about him. So demons are looked down upon, and so it's kind of him proving that he can be good, even though he's meant to be bad. This one, so apparently there was a movie in between as well. Not a Ne Zha movie, another side character movie. And they bring that character and Ne Zha together in this one. So that other character is I think it's a god's son or something. And Ne Zha is still the demon son. So in the poster, they have him as a kid, but his true form is when he's an adult size. I think you do need to have some cultural context to really get the movie, but visually it's quite good. So the animation in the movie is equivalent to any Pixar, Disney. It's quite good. It's the quality is quite good. And the story is quite interesting. It is a longer animated, for an animated film. It's over 2 hours, so it's
oh wow,
yeah,
okay.
It is quite long.
Kids in China have a longer attention span than kids elsewhere.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I think these characters are quite popular. I think, obviously, the movie is. So, yeah, and everyone in the cinema we were at, they were completely engaged, and there's some jokes in it as well, and some good action. So it's good. There's dragons and stuff. It's fantasy, full fantasy elements. So if it's in a cinema near you, because it's probably not going to be on any streaming for us, because I couldn't find the first one anywhere.
Oh, could you buy it?
Maybe on
rent?
Google Store or something.
Yeah.
It might be available. Yeah. But considering it's a Chinese film, maybe it's just not widely accessible. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a place to get it. We're just probably not familiar with it.
Yeah. So the first movie was dubbed into English. I didn't watch it in English at the time, and I think this one will probably get dubbed later, but at the moment it's in Mandarin. So yeah, I do recommend it. I think it's worth a watch. Like it's obviously very popular in China, and I think that people outside of China can also enjoy it too. So it's not just, I don't think it's so culturally specific that others can't enjoy it. Next, are we going to watch?
Are we going to watch Minecraft? Is that next?
Yeah, I think that is next. Are we going to watch that?
Are we going to watch that? I don't know. So it's going to be bad. I know it's going to be bad. It's not going to be good.
They're targeting 2 years ago, the same weekend, Super Mario Bros. Came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to make money. Minecraft is the biggest game in the world.
What's that other game that everyone plays?
Roblox.
No, the other one, where like it's got collaborations with Disney and stuff, and
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Minecraft is bigger. It's going to make money, but it's not targeted at us. It's targeted at people that are like 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is coming out just in time for school holidays here.
Yeah.
So
I don't doubt they will make $1 billion worldwide.
But is it that big? Yeah.
It's the biggest game in the world.
Yeah.
Like based off transactions.
Okay.
And it's a free game, so
Fortnite's free too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortnite's also big.
Yeah.
But I think this is bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Roblox is bigger than Fortnite. Yeah.
Roblox is more for like younger kids, right?
Do you know our cousins? And one of our cousins, the younger one's always on Roblox.
Yeah.
He's playing that like dress to impress game.
Yeah. Is that Roblox?
That's Roblox. But there's like different games.
Oh, there's different things.
Like you could play whatever on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I was thinking like Roblox was more like her demographic. She's like 10 or something, right?
But like you could play like different stuff on it.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So should we watch it?
I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the next movie. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
I don't think there's anything else. There's nothing next week. And I think that will be the next big one. I don't know if there's much in April apart from that as well. Oh, there's Sinners in April.
Oh, yeah. I want to watch Sinners. Yeah.
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 And then in May, there is Thunderbolts on the 1st of May.
Yeah. Yep.
And Mission Impossible towards the end of May. But yeah, maybe we'll watch Minecraft. Let's see.
Or we'll watch Electric State, which is also meant to be bad.
Have you started watching it? Or?
Nah, yeah. I don't want to really because I heard it's not great. But I would rather watch that than Minecraft, I think.
I haven't heard anything good about Electric State. So,
yeah.
Cool. So if people are in touch with us and tell us their thoughts on any of the movies we've talked about today, how do they go about it?
So we're on all social media platforms at Cognitive Recalibration Podcast. Or you can email us at cognitiverecalibrationpodcast@gmail.com.
Cool. And obviously give us a like and subscribe and leave us a comment on YouTube, which makes us more discoverable when you search up movie podcasts, I guess, if you're searching that. And stay tuned for our next episode. Let's see if we end up watching Minecraft.
Yeah.
Let us know if you want us to watch it.
Yeah, let us know if you want us to watch it, I guess.